Hi, I'm Derek, business systems coach for contractors. How do you get the most out of your construction management software? Get the full value, you're paying for it every month, make sure that you're getting a proper ROI. So I'm gonna be sharing with you tips and insights on how to optimize your software. All right, so got tons of great value here. Make sure you watch to the end. I'm gonna be sharing with you how to start building out your project management software. So what things you should be looking at first and in what order. Integration, so how to integrate it with the rest of the software that you're using in your business. And then Teamify it, how to use the software effectively across your team, your trades, your clients, everybody involved with your business. So before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You don't wanna miss a video. You wanna grow your business, make sure you subscribe and check out all the other great content. So let's jump right into it. First thing we're gonna look at is you want to build out your project management software, make sure that you're getting full value from it. Like I said before, you're gonna be paying for it every month, so may as well make sure your investment is gonna pay off. And the best way to do this when you start, or even if you've been using it for a while, is you wanna be looking at it one function at a time, especially when jumping into it. If you're not too up and up on software and what it can all do, you're gonna get overwhelmed, it's gonna get frustrating, you're gonna try to do this and that, and you're trying to learn and everything, and it's just it can become way too much. So start with one function, and this is the order that I would set up systems for my clients. So I do this for clients where maybe they've got some new software, whether it's like Builder Trend or Procore, Contractor Foreman, Jobber, House Call Pro. So there's a whole bunch of good ones out there. But generally, the first thing that you want to set up is your estimating, right? That's one of the kind of the first thing that you want to be able to do in your software is get the estimating down, setting up cost codes, setting up your items, your pricing, your proposals, how they look, your landing page, if you got a landing page that brings them to the proposal. So getting the whole estimating part of it, that's where I'd focus first, because that's where you're going to be starting new clients in the system of your project management software. So make sure your estimating is running smooth. If you want specifics on how to do this for your software, or if you have any questions that come up, ask them in the comments. I do read them. Drop a comment, I will answer and can help you out with this, or there's links in the description to reach out to me if you want to know more about rapid results creators. So after estimating, next thing you want to do is scheduling. So this is generally your Gantt charts, or you might have a card view, depending what you are. If you're doing your renovations, home building, general contracting, you're going to have Gantt charts and have a pretty elaborate and built out scheduling section of software. If you are doing more of service calls where you've got multiple sites per day for technicians or people going out mowing a bunch of different lawns in one day, or servicing a bunch of different furnaces or what have you, the Gantt chart's not going to be as useful. You're going to probably be using some sort of cards or scheduling dashboard. So get the scheduling set up first, because this is huge for scheduling employees, providing that information to clients, and just keeping track of schedules, right? Time is money. So this is a big time and money saver, is setting up the scheduling inside your software. After that's set up, the next thing you want to move on to is your data and time management. So data is just keeping track of all the plans, time tracking, time management as far as employees, time management of, again, cost codes and project schedules, how things are going, and just keeping data on budgets, photos, all that kind of stuff, right? Whatever software you're using should be able to hold all of that in one place and just provide it as a one-stop shop for anybody who needs that data to be able to get it. After that's kind of you got that system jiving, like I said, one thing at a time. Next thing you want to set up is your client dashboard, client portal. So this is simply, your dashboard, your landing page, your portal for your client. They jump onto it, and some things you want to keep in mind for a client is they should be able to see, their estimate or budget. So, whatever money, financials that are tied to the project that they need to know about, the schedule. So be sharing the schedule. I know some guys are I don't know if I want to share the schedule with the client, because then they're going to pick it apart. So you should be able to customize this so that the client isn't necessarily going to see which day exact things are happening, but at least they should see okay, this week is electrical, next week is wrap up or finishing carpentry or cabinetry or whatever, right? So at least they have an idea of what's going to be happening on the project, but not necessarily they're going to be phoning you hey, you've got framer scheduled for today, but nobody's here yet, well, they're coming, you don't have to watch that closely. So you get the idea, right? Links to anything your website, any what to expect documents or client expectation documents, links to anything else that they could need, photos of the project, possibly all your contact information, of course, or the project manager's contact information, stuff like that. Last thing you want to get set up for in your project management software is financial management. So this would be keeping track of the budget, budgeting, itemized costing, job costing, exporting information or integrating, like QuickBooks or accounting or bookkeeping software, so that the money and financial side of the business is tracked. As far as like the projects go, you're not going to maybe use everything, but at least you should have some sort of like finances tied into the project so that you know what's happening. Does that make sense so far? Project management software, I know for like new guys, it can be like, I don't know if I want to spend, hundreds of dollars every month to get, new project management software. But the thing is, if it's saving you even like a couple hours per month, which if you're doing any kind of business, I'm pretty much guaranteed that it will. Your time as a business owner is worth hundreds of dollars per hour. So if it can save you a bit of time, it can save your admin time, if it can save your employees time, your project managers, whoever else is on your team, if it can help you sell estimates quicker because you look organized, you've got an organized system. Like there's so many benefits and value that this will add to your company to have project management software and to have it utilized and working properly. So just a little break there, a tidbit of like how important this is. Second thing, moving on, we are going to be talking about is integration. So how does this all integrate? How does this tie in, right? It's good to have like this one-stop shop, like everything in one place software, but in reality, there's going to be other things that are going to come into play. Like, you've got emails, you maybe have a CRM, you've got your bookkeeping software, spreadsheets. So there's a lot of different integrations possible, and they will help kind of streamline everything. And there's so many ways to do this and set it up properly. It can be tedious. And again, if technology is not your strong point, or if this is like, another language for you, get some help with it. Reach out to me or find somebody, maybe your nephew or whoever, but somebody who can help you with the tech side of things, get things set up. That's what we do at the Rapid Result Creators, is we help clients set up their technology, set up their systems in their business, so everything runs smoother, more profitable, much more professional, and able to scale a business, right? You start to scale a business and your systems aren't in place, like your project management software is not in a good place. If you can't handle like a couple projects and you're like stressed out and have like too much happening with 3 or 4 projects, boom, you get a bunch of new leads come in, your business grows, your marketing starts kicking off, and all of a sudden you've got 7, 8, 10 projects. Well, things are gonna fall apart, your reputation is gonna go down, clients are gonna be upset, and probably you're gonna have cash flow issues because your systems weren't in a good place. So best to get this set up even when you're small, when you've got the time. Even if you feel like you don't have the time, now is the time to get it set up, so that when you do grow and scale, when things do get a lot busier, or even just being able to take a step back and not being as busy yourself. So many benefits to this. Last point, a little tangent there, but anyways, last point on integrations is Zapier or Zapier, depending how you pronounce it, but great program. This helps, it's kind of like a go-between. So this is a separate software that can go between your project management software, maybe your email or Google Drive and QuickBooks or whatever. So this is a way to help software that maybe doesn't have a built-in integration communicate with each other. A little bit more technical there, but the ability is really incredible to move information around and to have automated activities happen, so that, like, let's say a new client comes into the funnel, their contact information can then go to your project management software and go to your accounting software. You can send out an email automatically. It could notify people on your team to reach out to them. It can keep track of like touch points. So there's so many different things that it can do, or your software can do. All right, making sense? You still with me here? Like I said, I've gone through this with clients. I've gone through this with my own construction company, and this software, getting this set up, like this day and age, it's a must to be competitive, to be professional, to be taken seriously, especially if you have a larger business. So number 3 we're going to be talking about is Teamify. So you got to bring your team on board. It's great for you to be able to use the software and get the benefits from your clients and stuff like that, but you want to be able to communicate across your team and have your team get onto it. This is actually one of the biggest struggles that a lot of business owners can have, is maybe you're tech savvy, or you kind of understand the importance of it, but actually getting it to your site foreman or getting the guys on site to fill in their hours, or to go into the software to look at the plans or what have you, is a real challenge. Especially some of the old school guys who are just get me on site, put my tool pouch on, I want the paper plans in front of me, and I want to build this thing, and there's just there's no other communication at all. This day and age, that's great that they want to work and do that, but they need to get on a system of putting in their hours, of communicating with the team of what's going on. So this is the kind of the last step of your project management software. Once you've kind of got things built out, make sure your field crew is being tracked, and they're tracking job codes, job costing, so that you know how much is getting spent on each project, and you know what activities they're doing, if your estimating is on, if you've gone over estimate or underestimate, so that future estimates that you do, hey, we demoed a basement similar to this, last year, and we went over by $3,000 on demo costs. So in this budget, I'm going to make sure that, I've got extra time in there, or site protection or whatever, to make sure that your estimate's accurate. PM scheduling and budgets, of course, is huge. So PM, I mean project manager. Your whole team can be on task of especially if you've got multiple project managers, or even if it's just you and you've got multiple foremen that you're managing on site, is that everybody knows what the schedule is, right? It's like, okay, we've got to get done this and that. We've got, electrician coming in this day. Or even if you're a trades business and you do, like, let's say HVAC, you know where your technicians are and you can schedule accordingly. If someone calls you like, hey, I need a new furnace installed, when can you do it? If you don't have a track of like what's on your schedule and what's happening, not a great experience, right? Because like, well, maybe next week, maybe in a month, we'll see. Share access to data. So this is a great thing about project management software. Again, hope I'm not losing you here, but share access to data where you can share things, like maybe financials. You don't want your field crew, they don't need to really know that information. It's not really relevant to them, but your project manager probably is. So you can shift the access to data and the what's shared across your team. And then trades and professionals. So if you have an architect, you got a structural engineer, designers, different trades people, there's all the different trades that come under a project, or even if you're a trade and you got a GC, you can easily share information and access to them. So hope this will help you. Incredibly important. You're paying for this every month, so may as well get it set up properly. Again, if you want help with this, contact me. There's links in the description below. There's also a free course that you can get of how to start systematizing your business. So it's called How to Build a Business That Works Without You. Great free resource. Get signed up, get the course. It's going to do a world of good for helping you, be more profitable, but claw your time back, set up a system that can help you scale, and just get rid of some of the confusion and headaches that go along with running a contracting business. I know that all too well. And then there's also other videos here. So I've got lots of great content on YouTube. Check out the other suggested videos here. I'll see you on the next one.